Hey guys, Angel here today, and Keith just bought some dollars, and of course, what's he do? He gives them to me. He puts them on my desk. So basically, whenever Keith gets a lot of dollars, like, my first thing I do is like, organize them by date. Yeah, this one has been like heavily fondled, heavily polished. Yeah, this one is like polished all to high heaven. So this one is not very easy to look for VAMs because, like, I look for VAMs. So the first thing I do is organize them by date. And then, of course, like, by mint mark. But I'm pretty sure, like, all these ones are planes. They're all P's. But I put them by date, then I put them by mint mark. And then the second thing I do is I go to this PCGS top 100 VAMs, and so I go to look to see if there's any VAMs, which the first coins I have are 79s. The other 79s under the scope, you'll see it in a minute. But yeah, I've looked here, and PCGS does not have any VAMs for 1979 plane, because my first two was 1979 plane. And so then the next thing I would do is go over to the VAM world. The VAM world. And then there's like so many different VAMs, whatever. But what I'll do is I'll give it a quick once over, like under the scope. You know, I'll look for anything like out of the ordinary, and then I will look for like I will look for things like this one. The only thing I really seen was this, like, the 9 has like an extra piece or some kind of extra thing going on, but I didn't find anything. I don't know if you can see it. Like, I don't know. It just looks like it has an extra thing going on. And like the other one, there's supposed to be some... Like this one also has like an H carved. It has an H carved in, like on the forehead, which one of the VAMs had something going on the forehead, but it's not that. And I made Keith look at it, and I looked at it under a loop. I used a loop, but it's kind of funny how somebody put something there. I'm pretty sure like someone carved it there or something, so it's not an error, but it's kind of cool. It almost looks like an HM, man. I almost feel like somebody put that there. It's like encryptic, man. It's encryptic. Somebody's trying to send me an encryptic message. But yeah, that's the only thing that seemed kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know if you see it. Like when I move it a certain way, it looks like there's an M next to the H. Yeah, look right there. Like HM. I don't know what that stands for, but it's kind of cool. But the other one, like, that I showed you first, this one, yeah, this one's so polished, like, it'd be almost impossible to look for specific things. But I did not find one for the 79. I looked at a couple different pictures, and I didn't see one, like, for the 79. But what's this? It said, like, thread-like thing on the forehead. Thread-like thing on the forehead. But that doesn't look nothing like the H thing. So nothing to find there. But the mintage is 4,806,000 if you'd like to know that little tidbit of information. Next up, I got a 1880. 1880, but yeah, this one has been polished all to high heaven too, because this one is so like highly polished. So basically on the top 10 or the top 100 VAMs on this one, it's a bunch of stuff to do with the 8/7 with different types, varieties. And there's like 12,600,000 of these. Oh, crap. This is an O. I wasn't even looking for O's. Ah! All right, now that I know it's an O, after I wasted all my time looking for the plain one. Now it's like, is this a medium O? Is this a small O? I don't know. It could be an O over O. There's like a whole bunch of O stuff, like O over O, small O, medium O. I mean, it looks like there might be a little bit of doubling to the far left, but I don't know. Because it's a weird O, and there's nothing I've been able to find. I mean, if I dug deeper, I might be able to, but the O doesn't make it worth any less or any more, so I'm not doing it. Oh no! Figure out this O. So the mintage on this one is actually 5,305,000. And the PL is pretty common in these, but this one has been super polished. So yeah, like I'm not gonna sit here and like go through all these, because like the video would be like way extra long. So I'm gonna like stop it and I'm gonna check, but I'm just like, I just showed you like what my process is. And so I'm going to check, and if I do find something, I will get back with you guys. This is the 82O, and you're supposed to be looking for a variety of O over S, but this is like a smashed O, so I do not think that it's an O over S. But if you have an 82O, look at the O. Man, there's a whole lot of O's in this. There is nothing in the top 100 varieties on the O or the plain, on the 1881 O or plain. So I'm just going to give it a quick once over and see if there's anything out of the ordinary. The only thing out of the ordinary out of these two is this one has tape residue. So the pigment mark has 9,163,000, and this one has tape residue. And the 881O has 5,708,000. On the 84 plain, you want to look for a large dot or a small dot. But I looked at mine, and mine doesn't even have a dot. So obviously it's not the VAM dot. Well, 5 hours later, I did not find any VAMs. The only thing I found is, well, I thought this one was the nicest out of the bunch, but now that I'm looking at it, it looks kind of polished. I was going to say this one's the nicest one out of the bunch, but maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know. I mean, there's some, I don't know. I love Morgans because, like, they're like snowflakes. Like, no two are the same, really. Even when they're, like, uncirculated. So the only thing I found was not that one. Where'd it go? I found this one. I mean, it's seen way better days. It's a 1902 S. And there's only 1,530,000 minted of it. So it's low mint. It's funny when like 1 million is low. But I just thought I'd tell you my process on what I do when I get some Morgans in and Keith puts them on my desk. So I hope maybe you had a little bit of fun. I hope I gave you a little bit of information. And until next time, I will see you out there. Get squirreled! It's fun.